Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back. Now, before we speak to Dr. Rob Hicks, let's take a look at this fitness tip with Jane.
Hi guys, it's Jane here with your fitness tips, all about the great outdoors. As you can see, I'm out in a park and making the most of the nice summer weather. It's a little bit chilly, but it's good for exercise. What I want to talk to you about today is exercises that you can do outside without a mat. The obvious things you can do are walking and running, but there's loads you can do for toning and strength without a mat, where all you need to do is put your hands on the floor as well as your feet. Most people probably wouldn't mind that. So I'm going to crack on and show you a few things. Okay, so as you can see, I'm on wood here, but you could do this on grass or on a country path, wherever you wanted to do it. So I'm going to show you a few plank exercises. The basic one is your basic plank like this. So I've got my shoulders drawn down away from the ears. I'm making sure that my back doesn't dip down like this. So I'm going to lift up and tuck underneath. Now, even if you just did a few planks interspersed into your running, then you're getting some upper body work as well as your legs and your cardio. So say after every 10 minutes run, you could hold a plank for a minute and do some other exercises and carry on. So this in itself is a great exercise if you do just a static plank. You could add a little bit of cardio work to it by doing something like this. So if you run like this is hard work. So if I did this for 1 solid minute, I'd be nicely out of breath, and I'm getting some lovely work in my shoulders as well. And all I've got on the floor are my hands and my feet, which is great. So let me show you some more plank exercises. If you pull your knee up to the outside of your elbow like this, it really works into your obliques, and those are the muscles in the side of the waist. So you could put some of these into your program. I really like these. They're called mountain climbers. An alternative to this is to bring the knee across to the opposite elbow, like this. Still working the same muscles, working the shoulders. And you can bring the knee straight up into the chest like this. And I can really feel this now in my shoulders, my arms, and my tummy. And the good thing about it is, if I'm putting this in the middle of a run, my heart rate's not dropping, because this kind of exercise keeps your heart rate going. So you could jump back up and go straight back into your run. Okay guys, so enjoy your outdoor fitness, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you, Jane, my lovely. And now we have Dr. Rob Hicks to talk all about head lice. Hello.
I'm setting you a challenge.
Are you setting me a challenge?
How long can you go without scratching your head? Now we're talking about head lice.
I'm not going to do it once.
I know you're not now,
because I'm thinking about it now.
But you'll be surprised how many people, the moment you say the word, they reach up and they sort of unconsciously start scratching away.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. And
I'll try not to.
And you don't have to have a head lice to do that.
Yes.
Because the majority of people around the country who will be scratching their head as we speak will not have head lice. But you'll be surprised. You try it with your friends tomorrow.
All right, I'm going to mention it. I'll count the number of times and I'll tell you. All right, so let's talk all about this, because obviously it's a very common thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
I certainly remember school times.
Yes, I mean it's almost normal really for school children to get head lice, at least once. And head lice, what are they? They're tiny little insects. They've got 6 legs. They start off life when they hatch about the size of a full stop on a paper, and they grow to a maximum size of about a sesame seed.
Right. Okay.
So, and what are the problems that they cause? Well, for many people who've got head lice, they don't even know they've got them, so they don't cause any problems at all. But as we've talked about, they can cause itching, of the scalp. So you may find that your child at night is sort of rubbing their head on the pillow while they sleep, or they're scratching with their fingers, or they're in class, or they're at home, they're scratching away. But the major problem that head lice cause for your families is embarrassment. because they just feel wrongly, they feel ashamed or they feel guilty. And that's something I think we need to get rid of right from this moment onwards, because it's such a normal infection.
But how do people get them in the first place?
It's contact. So of course the head lice, they can't jump, they can't
I'm trying
fly.
not to scratch my head. I want to scratch my head.
I noticed you're
I'm like this.
you're gripping your hand.
Sorry, hang on.
Go on, have a good scratch. There we are. They can't jump and they can't fly. It's head-to-head contact.
Okay.
So that's particularly why children between the ages of sort of 4 and 11 who are in school, primary school, get it so often, because they're more likely to come into close contact with each other, at playtime when they're playing games and the like.
Okay. So is it then a myth about the sort of having dirty hair, unwashed hair?
Yes.
Do they prefer clean hair?
Head lice don't mind.
They don't care.
Long,
they're not fussy.
short hair, they don't mind. Dirty, clean hair, they don't mind.
Okay.
And that's one of the important myths to dispel. Because people often say, oh, well, that child must be dirty, they're unhygienic because they've got head lice.
Yeah.
That's absolute nonsense. You can have the cleanest hair and you can still get head lice.
Okay. And obviously at school, we were talking about the knit nurse earlier, weren't we? We don't have that in schools nowadays. So how can parents treat head lice for their kids, or
well, they've got the idea really is to check the hair, perhaps every week, every couple of weeks, and what you're looking for is live moving head lice. Many parents still mistakenly think that they should treat everything they see in the hair. You should only treat head lice if you see live moving head lice, and you do that by using
knit comb.
Special comb.
No, it's not called a knit comb, sorry.
No.
I've been corrected.
No, it's head lice detection comb or a bug busting comb.
That sounds more fun.
Bug busting is, and the best way of doing this is actually, you shampoo the hair.
Do you see that?
Can
we get a close up?
You use conditioner, and then using the comb, which it is a bug busting comb. You can't use any old comb.
Yeah.
After combing out the hair with an ordinary comb to get rid of all the tangles, you use that and you start right close to the scalp, because that's where the eggs are, and that's where
not got anything in this, has it?
No, that's a fresh one. and then, it's right near the scalp is where the lice are, because they need to feed on the blood from the scalp to survive, and you comb your way through.
And that one's got a magnifying glass on it.
I like that one because these things are small, and particularly if you haven't got good lighting, then you need to have a jolly good look to see if it's actually a head lice, a head lice that's moving. Mistakenly, people often see the white, empty eggshells, which are the knits, which are further along the hair because they glue to the hair, and as the hair grows they move further away. They're easier to see, but the ones you want are the sort of greyish brown tiny lice that are very near the scalp and they move.
Okay. Now, is it advisable just to maybe do a shampoo every now and then, just in case, or like you'd sort of deflea a cat and all that stuff?
No,
Never.
No, don't do that, because it's not effective. It's not an effective way of preventing them. And what's happened over recent years is that people have done that, and that's meant that the head lice have become resistant to the pesticide treatments.
Right. Okay then.
So it's the only way of preventing really is when you find somebody in your household who's got live lice and you treat them, you should check all other close contacts, so family members and friends, and if your child's at school, alert the school so that they can send out an anonymous note to all the parents to say, look, there are head lice in the school, somebody's got it, can you please check your child's head? But no, don't go using the treatments as preventative treatments, because they don't work.
And the shampoo's really stinky from what I remember.
Yeah, I mean, I think things have changed. Nowadays, we have a sort of newer range of treatments.
Peach.
No, but they're what's called physical treatments, where they coat the outside of the head lice. So instead of poisoning the head lice, they basically suffocate them.
Okay.
The other way you can do it without treatments, if you want to, is you could do the bug busting technique, which is where you just comb them out. But you can imagine that takes an awful lot of discipline and an awful lot longer. But it's relatively effective if you put in the time and the effort.
And the best way to dispose of them?
Just put them in the bin.
Just in the bin, right? They're not going to
can't really survive away from the scalp. So once they're away from the scalp, they die really, really quickly.
Okay. So one of the main messages we want to get across, and obviously, is that it's not an embarrassing to have this, that anyone can.
I think the main message is very much don't be embarrassed, and check regularly,
Yeah.
and only treat if you see live moving lice.
Right, okay. Brilliant. Thank you so much for all your advice, Dr. Rob Hicks.
You're very
I
welcome.
like saying the whole thing. And we'll be talking about a subject again very soon. I don't know what it is yet.
It'll be a surprise to all of us.
It'll be a surprise. It probably means we don't know yet. Wait for our producers to say, right? Okay, so after the break, we'll have our fashion slot from Cynthia Liza Gregoire, and she'll be speaking about autumn, winter fashion, back to school fashion and accessories, and also London Fashion Week. And we'll take a look at my latest challenge, making cupcakes. See you after this.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Chrissy B Show, always aiming to show you the happier side of life. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter.